Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to our NoFo Live show. A quick 30-minute chat where I, Sunitha, and my two co-hosts, Tracy from Miss Tracy Kessler and Kelly from NoFo Endless Summer, hop on every Friday and chat about everything North Fork. It is feeling like summer. Everything is alive on the North Fork. There is so much to do every weekend. I can't even figure out the choices that I want to do because there's just so many choices. If you follow Kelly, my co-host, you can see her plan for the weekend, and I just keep scrolling and going, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but there's only so many hours in a day. Good morning, Lucy. How are
Hi.
you?
Good morning.
How can you hold Tilly up? I can't
Oh,
see
yes,
her.
I
She's out of
can.
the frame.
Yes, Tilly's
Hi,
wearing
Tilly. Oh my
Tilly's
gosh,
wearing
she
her
has a
Love is Love.
rainbow. She
Yep.
has her rainbow shirt on.
Yes. Today is our Pride Day. We figured it out. So we're wearing our Pride
Aw,
colors today. And I
that's
heard you
awesome.
talking about this weekend. Yes, I was going to request that you come up with a child-friendly no-fo activity tomorrow. Or tomorrow? Yeah, Saturday. That the three of us can do. Or four of us.
Wait, I think you froze.
Oh,
Can you say that again, Tracy? You froze for a second for me.
yes, I was saying I wanted you to come up with a child-friendly no-fo activity for the three of us to do tomorrow.
Yay! I'm so excited. Oh my God, any day I get to spend
Hi
with Tilly is
guys.
awesome.
Good
Hi, Kelly.
morning. Good morning.
How
How is
are you?
everybody?
Speaking of, activities tomorrow, I know it's not child friendly, but I'm so excited about going to this comedy show. And I'm
Yes.
super excited that we have on the person who not only is a comedian, but also behind the scenes, the person responsible for bringing comedy and laughter to the North Fork. So welcome, DC Betty. How are you?
All right, great. Thank you for having me on, guys. Nice to see all you guys
Good morning.
early in the morning like this.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Believe me, it's early for us too.
It is.
I'm sure you're more of a late night guy, right?
Yeah, kind of. As I get older now, now it's like I go to bed early, and then I don't know when I'll wake up. But this work, I knew I had this thing to
Yes.
do, so and I had to figure out how to navigate, how to get on, the live chat and all that stuff. So, but it's very good to see you guys, and a beautiful day out here, and a lot to do, right? A lot to do.
Yeah, we're making you think on a Friday morning. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Awesome. That's the way to spend a Friday morning.
Yeah.
Kelly, I wanted to say, Kelly, I was scrolling through your weekend plans that you post every
hmm
Friday morning. Thank you for doing it before
Yes.
the show, so I know what I'm doing on the weekend.
Yeah.
But I wanted to point out that I love how you have the music now on the bottom because there
Yes.
really is so much options of things to do on the weekend
It
here
was
now.
all the live music was like taking over the whole feed. So I'm like, you know what? It's gonna get its own section. Probably it'll get its own page at some point because by the time the summer rolls around, it's just gonna be like live music nonstop. So
Yeah.
And there's some great songs in the background that of your posts too.
oh, thank
You know,
you. You like my
jamming
real
those
music
tunes. Yeah.
choices.
Okay, so
Thank
let's
you.
dive right into the North Fork comedy scene. I'm grateful that I was able to snag tickets for the first show. So I did actually go see one. This is my second. I didn't realize it was going to be a ongoing, continuous thing. Now I feel like I might have to get a job just to sustain that habit. But so tell us how you first of all just give us a background of how you got here to the North Fork and how did the North Fork Comedy Club come about?
Well, I found, we lived in Brooklyn for many years, and I loved old cars. And I came out here, but there was a lady out here selling a car for $1,500. It was an old busted up Land Rover, and I took the jitney out here. This is years and years ago, and I was like, wow, this is great. This is beautiful. Why don't this is how I want to live? So I brought my wife out here. She hated the car, but she loved she loved the North Fork, and we used to stay at Silver Sands many years ago. And then we finally found a house, and we've kind of been here ever since. It was on the weekends for a while, but then we were like, let's just make the jump and move it. We love it here, and so that's what we did. And for me, it was challenging to bring. I'm a stand-up comic. I've been doing that for 35 years in the city, and to bring that out here was kind of challenging, to find a venue, to build an audience and all of that. And I met a guy that I did a pilot with, who he was an Emmy Award winning writer and producer named Jim O'Doherty, who happened to have a house out here. When I was in LA shooting this pilot, I meet this guy. He has a house out here. He's from Long Island. We're talking about bringing comedy out here. And then we just kind of hooked up and started, doing these shows. We started them at Eric's, where we did the dinner, because Eric is a 5-star chef. A lot of people don't know that. He makes fantastic meals. We did the dinner and the show. COVID hit, and it got a little, he got his hands full. So we ended up going to Cast and talking to them about it. And it's kind of like a perfect home for it, because we get to give back to this community that we love so much. And I get to bring comedians out here. They love doing the shows. Everybody I brought out here is like, oh my God, I want to move out here. What am I doing? What am I doing in Queens? I got to come out here. Yeah. And so it's just been, so we're building it. And we just talked to Cass. Looks like we're going to be doing the shows through the fall. Awesome. And, very excited. I have a great lineup,
Where do we find the lineup, DC? Where do we find the lineup?
We post it. Okay. Thank you. I got to get better at promoting. We post it on at realdcbenny.com or northfork.com. I'm sorry, the North Fork Comedy. And I guess it'll be online with Cast. But we'll promote them about 3 weeks before the actual show. I have Andrew Kennedy coming out, Kendra Cunningham, Tony Woods, who was written up in the New York Times, the original sort of Dave Chappelle, that, the Michael Che show, the Mark Twain Awards. This guy's HBO's Def Comedy Jam, Comedy Central. We have, these are legit headliners that are, I've been working in the trenches with, super top level comics, top shelf comedians.
When is the next show, DC?
The next one, let me just go over to my book. We're going to do one.
Wait, let me just jump in. The very next one is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. We got
one
tomorrow
night.
Sold out.
It's sold out at this point. So.
Sold out, yes. Sold out like the last one was sold out. We have one in July and we have one in August. I'll have to look around for those dates.
It sounds like a perfect Father's Day gift to me.
Ooh, that does sound like a good Father's Day gift.
Yes.
Assuming the tickets are on sale earlier. Yes.
Oh, yeah. So when do tickets go on sale for those other shows?
Those should be going on sale shortly.
How about next week so we can buy them for Father's Day?
These are great suggestions. Yes.
Aren't you glad you woke up at 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
I haven't had my coffee yet. I had to change the cat litter. It's been a crazy morning.
It might have to be one of those things that's like, hey, Dad, here's your gift in the card. I didn't mean this was a last-minute gift, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
Great ideas, ladies. I will attend to that. To that. We got to get better with these details.
So a couple of things I want to circle back to. One, shout out to Eric's, because I don't think he's mentioned enough on the show. Amazing restaurant for lunch.
I've never been there. I have to go.
Oh my God, breakfast and lunch, really good. The only time I heard about him doing dinner was when I heard about the show that you did there. Unfortunately, I heard about it after it was done, so I didn't end up knowing about the tickets, because he's not on Instagram. First of all,
he's not on anything.
All the time. He's not on social media, but the parking lot is packed all the time. His food is delicious. So Kelly, you have to make it there. But it's breakfast and lunch.
Yes, and he is a dinner chef. And people don't know that. I mean, he's known for his breakfasts and lunches out here. But that was what was so fun about that, is he got to make these crazy dinners that they're still talking about those dinners. But you get the breakfast and lunch at Eric's if you can. It's fantastic. And
Well, can you talk him into providing some pop-up dinners? Because sounds like only friends and family get to try his dinner. I haven't had the chance to get dinner.
He does them around Thanksgiving. Like people come and get their Thanksgiving dinners there, and Christmas dinners. So he'll do them. He'll do them then. But he's very specific. You know these chefs. You know how they are. They're very specific about what they'll do. You know.
The other thing you mentioned, shout out to the Norfolk car scene, because there are some incredible vintage cars you see here. It makes perfect sense that you drove out just for a car.
It does.
I know my hubby is totally car crazy. I mean, his tag is Norfolk car guy. So just letting you know how car crazy, and he loves vintage cars. So we definitely have to connect the two of you.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe
we saw my friend. So we've had a 72 Mercedes that's been sitting here that my friend from the city, because he couldn't park it there because it would get robbed, catalytic converter would be gone in 5 minutes. He just came and picked it up yesterday.
bummer.
We love the, I was babysitting it, so that was a great gig, but we love the old cars. So yeah, I'm happy.
Maybe he'll give you a spin in his Alfa Romeo, which is, I don't even know. I want to say 1968, but I don't even know what year it is. I enjoy the benefits of being married to a car guy, but don't ask me the difference between a Mercedes and a BMW. I wouldn't be able to point out. But there are some amazing cars. I know, even, I don't know, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Trent, who is part owner, and Bedell restored this vintage truck. Oh my God, it looks so beautifully parked in front of Bedell. But also when you drive around in Greenport, I know you took a really nice picture, Kelly, with a car in Greenport.
That
Woody.
vintage Woody.
Woody,
I was just walking down the street, and I'm like, wow, look at this car. Set up my little phone on the floor there, and I'm like, gotta get a picture over here.
There's a guy that also has like a vintage VW bus that's a bright blue, and it matches the color of his house. And I once got a photo of it right in front of his house. It was fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Randy's commenting that her father-in-law's 72 Le Mans is featured in Newsday today. He's so excited.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want one of those mini Fiats cut open, the top, the ones they had in the commercials for a while. I think that would be my jam.
I need a 1959 Bronco. That's what I need.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Awesome.
To be my retirement gift when I'm like 90, because I'm gonna have to work until I'm 90 because of this one. But
so along with the shows at Cast, which obviously are great for the community, because a lot of the proceeds also, I guess, end up at Cast and back into the community. Are there other events you plan on doing? I know you're bringing in headliners. Burning question: when will you be on the stage doing your magic?
We're still figuring all of that out. We would like to do, we don't want to saturate it too much. Right now, we want to sort of build up our shows with Cass, and these shows are basically clean shows. They're kind of, because of the venue, because of everything, they're sort of, I'm not going to say super family friendly, but they're kind of clean shows. So we would like to we've been talking about doing an adult show late night in Greenport that benefits the animals, the dirty dogs of comedy. So, and with the proceeds going to, one of the shelters or, something of that nature. So we've been kicking that idea around, something completely different, and bring out a different crop of comics for that. Different theme, maybe have like tie in the drink thing to it, and make it a little bit more, nightlife-y. So it's for contrast. So that's one of the things we've been kicking around. But we just want to bring, it's so nice. Thank you guys for supporting, first of all. Thank you guys so much for the support. And it's so nice to bring comedy out here and just have people laugh and have people love the shows and email me and text me, and they come up afterwards. I see them in the IGA, in the produce section, saying, that they love the shows. And I do hope to, I will get on one of these and perform for sure. We have a little something planned for tomorrow night that we're going to do a little thing that's going to be a little different. So I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, though.
Can you tell us a little bit of your history? So you're a comedian,
Yeah.
but right now you're acting for the North Fork really as as the coordinator and the booker for this, or like tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, yeah, for this, I'm really producing it and using all my contacts with comics over the years in this city. You know, I mean, I came up with, uh, you know, pretty much everybody, you know, in the New York comedy scene knows me. And so, you know, I started in Washington, D.C. I started with, you know, like Chappelle and Martin Lawrence and Wanda Sykes, all those guys, and we all ended up in New York after Dave came to New York, and you know, I've been there ever since. I've done, you know, Last Comic Standing finalist. I've got Comedy Central specials. I've got Dry Bar specials. Bill Burr just produced my my special, which is free on YouTube, Adrift in Predicaments. I'm on Amy Schumer's show, The Life and Beth, on Hulu, and with Leslie Jones on Supermarket Sweep. I was on that for a season as the funny restaurant manager, the supermarket manager who flirted with Leslie all the time. And you know, I've been doing this a really long time, and I have really good relationships with other comics. I mean, throughout the country, from traveling the road, I've done comedy in China, I've done comedy in Italy, and the Middle East. I've toured the Middle East, you know, and so.
And the North Fork is still your favorite.
The North Fork, you know, this is what I always tell people. I was in Tel Aviv doing a tour. And I was on a beach there, a beautiful beach, and I was like, you know what? I really like McCabe's better. I really miss McCabe's, you know.
Okay, so if I don't want to take a flight to China to watch you, where can I go here locally where you're performing?
I post up on my Instagram, The Real DC Benny, when I have dates. I was just in the Village at the Comedy Cellar. I'm usually at the Comedy Cellar, which is sort of the mecca in the world where all the stand-ups come. We actually had a guy from Mumbai, who's a big comedian in Mumbai, come in to audition there when I was there, and it's a great venue. Most of the clubs in the city. I do some in Long Island, McGuire's, which is about an hour from here. I'll be there. So I post up my dates on Instagram at the Real DC Benny. So if anybody's interested, you know, you can come and check it out. And I'm working on a new special right now, you know, with some stuff about the North Fork. There's actually some stuff about the North Fork mixed in.
Love it.
So very exciting.
Speaking of Indian comics, Tracy, you introduced me to Pinky Patel, so a shout out to her. Maybe DC, you can connect with her and bring her to the North Fork. That would be hysterical.
What a great name! What a great name, Pinky Patel.
I would die 1,000 deaths if you brought her too.
I want to start every Friday by saying, "Hello, my friends."
Hello, my friends. And then we end it with, "Okay, bye. Okay, bye."
Okay, bye.
You guys, I am not going anywhere. I can hear you, but I have to go change your diaper. I will be right back. This is live.
Okay, bye.
People.
Okay, bye. Okay, couple of things. One, you also teach comedy, because I do follow you, and I've seen on your Instagram where you post about comedy classes. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes, you know, I have been doing that for about 20 years. I do that via Zoom now, but I work with people who have never done comedy. I work with seasoned comics, like getting them ready for their Netflix special. A lot of, or whatever, a lot of it'll be people want to, sometimes they'll try, you know, a more seasoned person will want to take his jokes and put it in a story form, which is kind of what I really do. I tell stories. And then, you know, there's people who've just never been on the stage. Like I have a guy who's, you know, a lot of CEO guys who want to be funny during meetings or during conversation. You know, stuff like that, you know, where it's, and just regular people who are, you know, and other people with, like, you know, I have a guy with no legs that, you know, it really, the comedy for him doing stand-up has really just changed his life. It's made him, he is so excited to get up on there, and he's managed to talk about that, about what happened, and make it funny. And I have a blind lady that's a flight attendant that I work with. I have I work with just this vast range of people who want to be, you know, find what's funny inside of them and bring it to the stage. And I have a real passion for it. I mean, I really, I love doing it, and the results, it's just so great to see these guys up there and they've never done it before, and what we've worked on, take it and bring it to life. And you know,
If
a
you
lot
could
of
give
them,
us one quick tip on how to be funny, what would it be?
on how to be funny, I would say, here's what I tell people. I say that thing that you do when you made people laugh, when you were on a road trip, when you were at a bar, when you're at a family dinner, try to recreate that level of comfortability. Try to create that kind of intimacy where you're with a group of strangers and they immediately feel like they know you as you're talking. So that might sound, you know, kind of heady, but it's sort of my philosophy with it, is that if you can bring who you are organically to the stage, or to even to a conversation, and tap into that thing that you did that was funny that one time when you were not conscious about it, you just said something funny and people laughed. That's where you want to go. You know, a lot of people try to go the opposite way, where they try to create a persona, you know, and it's not really them. So I sort of started in a very simple, organic way, where you know, you really being you. You can always layer on the persona later, you know, Gilbert Gottfried or whatever, you know, add that on. But
Find your
really,
niche.
really tapping into who you are, and finding what is funny about you, and bringing it, you know, letting it organically come out.
I love that.
That's my little mini philosophy early in the morning after changing.
I love it.
That's awesome. We're getting some great comments coming in. I don't know, they just scroll off the screen, so I just want to read a couple. Somebody said you're a great teacher. Somebody said Benny is very funny and a real nice guy. That's a compliment.
Very sweet.
I would be totally remiss, and I think your wife would be very mad at you and me if you didn't plug her business and what she is doing on the North Fork. So please, this is your opportunity to get some husband points.
Okay, well, okay, let me attend. I'm very, you know, one of the things that allowed us to move out here is my wife has a bath and body business that called Rika, and she was doing that in Brooklyn, and it's all of her products are her grandmother's great grandmother's recipes, and they're just, you know, people used to come to their farm in Virginia just for these moisturizers. This is like way back before people were doing really moisturizers and stuff, you know. So she makes these things and people love them. I mean, in Brooklyn, I couldn't leave the house.
The people. Just say
We are
the people.
Yes, we are them.
Well,
We are
The smell of her shop alone. I just want to live in there.
The way she styles it, I would move into the shop and just live there. I love it so much.
I love to hear that. She loves to hear that. Well, that became the sort of extension of what we were doing. So we bought a rental. So many people were saying, "Oh, we love this shop. If only I could live in it." We were like, So we ended up. I mean, we're the king and queens of mortgages right now. I don't know. I mean, it's like, but we have 2 rentals out in the North Fork, bungalow out east, and they are basically like the shop. I mean, they're beautiful. Yeah. They're, you know, really comfortable, and we do run a special with you through you guys for one night free.
From NoFo Only Summer Club members get a discount.
Yes.
So if you're a club member, check it out.
Yes.
Awesome.
And
that's a great discount. I mean, it's so, I live here, and yet every time I see the post about bungalow out east, I'm thinking, why does it look like that? And
I want to go to
Can I book it for a weekend and live down the street there?
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Well, that's when we go for vacation. When it's not occupied, we're like, let's go, you know, chill out there by the lake, you know, whatever. And it's really so I don't know. I somehow turned into Basil Fawlty moving out here. I'd never figured that out. But we're, you know, so we team up on that. I help her with her. I'm the shipping department, by the way, of all when her products go out. And I help her with her shop, and we do those rentals, so people can see those at bungalowouteast.com, and she's ricabody.com for the products and stuff like that. And right there in Greenport, stop by the store, say hi. And I appreciate you guys letting us plug all our stuff we're doing. But I got to say, we love it here. We love it here.
Well, that is the perfect segue into how we end every show, which is same 5 questions, different perspectives. So I'll kick it off. What is the restaurant that you guys are frequenting the most these days?
I was supposed to prepare for these. And let's
No, there's no preparation. It's the first thing that
right
comes
off
to
the
mind.
top.
Where did you go last night? That kind of an idea. There's no favorites because there's so many good options.
There's so many good ones. We've been revisiting Port just for the view and chilling there, and for drinks and snacks and stuff. Oh God, what did we have that was so good? Eric's Port, and there is let's come back to that. I'll come back.
Okay.
I'm going to think while I'm answering other questions.
You already picked 2. You only need
Yeah.
to pick 1. So we got it. Okay, if you were going to be going out to a vineyard, inviting the 3 of us to join you, where would we meet you?
Oh, the 3 of you to join. Well, I'd say Conacosta for the views. I'd say Bedell for the red wine, and I'd say Oldfield just because it's cool. It's like an old farm, and there's chickens running around, and it's just like another world, So that's a 3-prong answer for you.
I feel
There
like
you
you
go.
might have prepared that one, DC. That's all I get.
or frequented them a lot.
Yes.
You're hitting all the aspects. So I have to say, this is like my 4th show with the NoFo Live Show, and I have not memorized the questions yet. So
That's okay.
This is the next question.
Just pick
What is the best place to watch a sunrise or a sunset?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with McCabe's. I love. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. But I love for the
Don't let
sunset. I
anybody
love
know.
McCabe's. Man, that is just McCabe's and Kenny's, but definitely McCabe's. And the sunrise is a Great Pond, and also the what is the 5th Street Beach is really cool for the sunrise. So hopefully, there we go.
Nice.
Putting it out there.
So
McCabe's is mentioned so much. I almost want to send a text to every guest saying, "Shh, stop talking about it."
I know. I don't want to tell anybody, but I want to tell.
I know. So, are you hitting up any farm stands lately these days?
Yes. What is that farm stand? There's one in particular. Hold on. I gotta ask.
Is Christina gonna make a cameo?
I don't know because there's the hair dryer's on, so I can't interrupt that. That's there's one. Okay, it's
Describe it to us.
We'll help
We'll tell you what it is.
Okay, so I know they have hot peppers. All right, so you're coming. All right, so you're going towards this city. You're on 25.
Okay. 25.
And
Patty's Berries.
Say again.
Patty's Berries. It's on the left-hand side where the hot pepper eats.
Okay, so there's okay, it's by the animal hospital.
Oh.
So you're going. It's on the right-hand side.
Stumped us all.
What town is this?
Southold. It's Southold.
Oh, okay.
So you're going. There's a hot pepper one afterwards, and they have like meat and stuff like that. But it's right by the animal hospital, and you kind of scoot in, and they have blackberries.
So
the blackberries are crazy.
Scoot in.
What is the name of that? Oh, that farm stand. I love that farm stand. And they have a great prosciutto in there, too. That is just, I don't know where it's from.
Wait,
I don't think it's grown there at the farm stand.
Is this honor system where you just pick up stuff, or they actually have a person?
No, they have a person. They
Okay,
have,
maybe it's Country View, but I don't think they have...
Country View. I think it's Country View. And they have pies.
They have pies, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you should have started with that. As soon as you started with pies.
Yeah, I love that
Country
spot,
View.
though.
Okay.
Country View is awesome, man.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And every time they're
Patricia
baking, you
just
drive
confirmed.
past there, you can whiff
Country
it.
View.
Oh, and the blackberries right now are crazy. I think I killed a whole little container of those things last night. They're just
But
unbelievable.
so easy to do. They're so big, it's deceiving. You know, like a container is so easy to house down.
Right. It feels healthier than a pie, though.
Yes.
It feels healthier.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that was fun.
As we wrap up our show, I mean, you've given us so many reasons why you love the North Fork, but tell us why you love being a part of this community.
I love being a part of this community. Where do I start? It's just I feel lucky. I feel lucky to be here, and it's easy to make friends. Listen, I lived on a block in Brooklyn where we never really talked to anybody. We tried, but there was just everybody's rushing into their apartments and out, and here it's like I'm friends with my neighbor. I walk around and it's just beautiful, and I feel like it affects people's moods. Like when you go on vacation somewhere and everybody's kind of chilling, listening to reggae and eating some chicken wings and they're happy. I feel like there's, minus the vibe of like we came over on the ship in 1645 and then there's the newcomers and all that, minus all that kind of stuff.
That's okay, because we're all newcomers. So.
Right. I'm like, I get it. I'm a newcomer. All right. I didn't, but I would say it's just, I just feel lucky to be here, and I want to preserve what's wonderful about it. And, I joke about like not saying stuff about McCabe's and all that, but I also just want it, I want people to respect this place, and what's special about it. I really deeply love it here. And so does my wife. I feel like it's changed my life, and I feel like I'm a happier person here. So I'm grateful for that.
Aww. Yeah. I know.
Aww.
I've run into you and Christina on the street in Southold, and it's always like so fun because exactly what you're saying in the city. I lived in an apartment. I never talked to the two doors that were literally right next to me. And yet I see people on the street and I'm like, oh, hello, how are you, neighbor? And it's like a totally different. It's lovely.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So listen, you guys, thank you so much for having me on your show. It was nice seeing all of you. Thanks for promoting all this stuff. And I wish you lots of luck with this show, and anything we can do to help you, just let us know. But this is great. It's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us.
We're just having fun. We wake up every Friday earlier now. It used to be 10 o'clock, so now my brain has to reset to 9 o'clock. But thank you so much for joining us. I know you're so busy with so much you're into, and thank you for bringing laughter. I think one of my favorite things about being able to go to the comedy club here is it's so local, so close to home. In less than 5 minutes, I'm back in my house, as opposed to having to make a trip all the way to the city, to enjoy an evening out. So I look forward to all the future coming shows, and I will see you tomorrow night.
Awesome. We'll see you guys.
Thank you, ladies. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.